Hi all and welcome back for the Intel portion. Oh my. Right, here we go. First reported piece is rumours are flying around again that the UK Queen is abdicating in a couple of months' time. Now, under normal circumstances, this would be a good thing. You know, the monarchy is a complete and utter waste of time and money, in my opinion, and many others for that matter. Except those waiting in the wings to replace her are 1,000 times worse. Trust me. Big ears, helicopter head, Charles, psychopath. Philip, psychopath. Andrew, pervert. And what they're trying to do is to get people to sign off on all kinds of things in favour of keeping the old system, like sovereignty. And it's not happening. To date, she has resisted all attempts, including attempts on her life by her own family, just like Diana. Next piece. The Russian top brass have now got tired of waiting for the false promises. Let's hope they actually do something this time. And finally are no longer believing in the Rothschilds and or the RV. And they have told the Rothschilds their business was no longer welcome in Russia. One hopes they go a bit further and take actions for the billions, if not trillions of dollars that the Rothschilds clan has stolen out of Russia, including war crimes of tens of millions of Rus people that were destroyed by the Rothschilds clan and other Masonic and sub-grey races in the early 1900s. The group that is spoken of in the alt media, called the Alliance. We're going to bring some clarity to who the Alliance are. And we often hear from certain alt media people that they're fighting the cabal. That is pure lies and pure folly, as this short piece from Kim will allay to. The Alliance, spoken about taking out the cabal, are two opponents in the higher stakes game of chess. The Alliance is the House of the Black Sun, modelled after Hitler's alliance, which was their creation, along with the Thule Society and the Nazi Party. Again, all the Black Sun creations. And they are attempting a hostile takeover for free of the whole banking system, using their arms and legs within the military and the agencies worldwide. These same people also run the Order of the Assassins, which is mostly called the Islamic Caliphate, where Obama hails from, better known as the Muslim Brotherhood or Langley 3. Both the Rothschilds and the Black Sun consider each other an, quote, enemy, unquote. However, on this level, they are chosen opponents of days old from the Marduk era. Neither one will achieve their objective, as they were never meant to. It's the repeated old programme of boogeyman and saviour again. They think they're enemies when they were both created to be enemies. Stupid, in other words, pawns. Marduk's objective is to get them to fight each other so they can keep planetary martial law and that the ownership of souls was then transferred to the destroyer, which was a much more lethal force than the Draco ever were. Now, the only way to win the game is to not play. So is the Alliance fighting a cabal? No, they are fighting against Rothschild to install the Black Sun Empire. They also have a banking arm called the Black Bankers, who have inserted themselves everywhere and work against the Rothschilds. Both are evil. The depopulation plan is run by the Black Sun, although the Rothschilds also has one as well. And essentially this alliance is two covens battling for world domination. I don't have to name which particular alt media clowns have been pushing that BS and the alliance. Perhaps we also reference one or two of them in From Russia with Love A, 8A and also 8C. Listen to that again and that and connect the dots. Next piece. Seems the clowns are on the same level as the copy and paste voyeurs group in the alt media, as several meetings have taken place this week between people and Kim. Except it wasn't Kim. Kim duplicates are running around now trying to do deals on behalf of Kim. And yes, yet again, it is more CIA-based fun and games. Next item. The Fed, despite being offering several deals in the past few months, still carry on with their mass stupidity model and repeated failure model also. They tried to cash in on an emergency funding for the repo market on Tuesday, and then, shock horror, they realised no such funds exist. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Why, oh why, at this stage do they keep trying money plot after money plot and keep getting the same results, which is failed? It's completely beyond normal or rational understanding. And all it is anything to stay in the illusion of control. That's all. They own nothing except illusion. The Crown, it's gone. The Rothschilds, going or gone. In-ground resources, gone. Illuminati, gone. The Fed is gone. The UN rendered pathetic by dragging in a 16-year-old truant child to deliver their deluded messages. I could go on, but you get the gist. And subsequently, what's happened in the last 48 hours is now another panic has set in and the word is spreading fast around the banks. Next piece. The predicted banking meltdown that was averted in August is now rearing its head rapidly. China, the country that was forecasted on this show back in April, is now under the cosh big time. 3 banks have collapsed, a 4th is on its way, with 500 others ready to crash. And they are underestimating, in my opinion, losses of 1.7 trillion. which is the equivalent of Australia's GDP. Oops. Meanwhile, next door is Japan, whose debt is now 240% of their GDP, which is the highest globally. America is no better. In the first 7 months of this year, US-based companies announced 43,000 job cuts due to bankruptcy, up 40% from the same period last year and nearly 20% higher than all bankruptcy-related job losses last year. That was in the first 7 months. Now, despite record low unemployment, bankruptcy filings have not claimed this many jobs since the Great Recession. It's the highest 7-month total since 2009, when 50,000 cuts due to bankruptcy were announced then. In fact, it's higher than the annual, not 7 months, totals for bankruptcy cuts every year since 2009. Eventually, the whole of the old system will collapse completely. And that will include all of the so-called families, elites and their minions. And it will not be a pretty sight, and it will get very ugly. Until they step down off their fake platforms, or the people rise up and come and speak to the only solution makers on the planet, which is the trust, then it's going to get worse. Please don't turn up with your "we must stay in control" attitude, or keeping your entitled statuses either. You lost, and you will come to us as equals, or your demise will be even harsher. Ignore it at your own cost. Final piece of intel: Larry Page and Sergey Brin is stepping down from Alphabet Google, which is a CIA based, as we know. Could well be indicative. The heat is being turned up rapidly.